Welcome to the first ever edition of Ask the Principal. I'm Dominic Liacani, and joining me today is none other than Neuqua Valley's very own principal, Dr. Lance Fear. Dr. Fear, how are you doing today?
Dominic, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
We're here to ask you the hard-hitting questions to get to know yourself a little bit better. A lot of Wildcats may not know you that well. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Fire away.
So what some people may not know is that you've been a teacher, department chair, and assistant principal here at Neuqua before becoming our principal. When you look back at it, what was the journey like for you to get to this point?
It was very challenging. It was very exciting, very rewarding. You know, my hope for everyone listening is that you find something in your life that brings you joy, that brings you passion, that brings you challenges where you don't always succeed, but you learn from when things don't go well. And that's been the story of I think, my journey through education.
Could you tell us a little bit more about yourself personally?
I grew up in Wheaton till about 8th grade. I moved into a new community, Naperville. I was a swimmer in high school, also swam competitively at college at the University of Missouri. Worked on the school newspaper at Naperville North. I pursued broadcast journalism. I actually did that also after graduation. So I worked for NBC News in broadcasting. I was an on-air reporter. And then I just had a change of heart. I shifted gears, decided education was something I wanted to give it a try. Was very lucky to student teach at Waubonsie, get hired there, moved to Neuqua Valley when we opened. And it's been just something, fantastic that I've been able to experience.
Being someone who's been with us since we've opened in 1997, what have you seen or noticed about the Neuqua Valley community that really makes it stand out?
I would say two things, but in this order. We have an outstanding faculty. Second thing, we have an incredibly supportive community. Those two things have remained consistent and constant. I would say one thing that has changed, and I'm glad that it has, is 25 years ago, schools were really fountains of knowledge. Students came here, you learned facts and figures and different things. Now school is really about an experience.
Before we end today's segment, we're going to do a rapid fire round. I have 10 rapid fire questions ready where I'll ask you the question, and then you have to give me an answer on the spot. Are you up for that?
Okay. I'm ready for it.
All right, let's do it. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Jaws because the moment in my life that I saw it, I was thrilled by it.
Best Neuqua sporting event you've ever attended?
Wow. I would have to say any one of our state championships. Our girls swim team remains one of the best teams. I would put boys cross country close to it. But those swim meets are an incredible environment.
Your favorite restaurant to go out and eat with your family?
Lou Malnati's Pizza. They are obsessed. I love it too. I sometimes want more variety than they do. But I go along with it because it's good.
Your favorite DVC opponent to face?
Oh gosh, it's going to have to be the Warriors of Waubonsie Valley. We have a great, most of the time, healthy rivalry. But I'll give you a good example. I don't have much green in my wardrobe ever.
What was your first job?
My first job was a lifeguard at Crest Creek Country Club Pool in 1983, the summer of 1983.
Do you have a favorite emoji?
I would say lately it's been right to my head. That's the one.
What's your biggest fear?
As a swimmer, the only recurring dream I have is that my house fills up with water. I'm sure there's some deep psychological meaning behind that. I don't fear drowning, but I do fear some sort of weird fascination with being underwater for long periods of time.
Dogs or cats?
Cats.
What is your favorite band?
Def Leppard, only because the music you will listen to in high school will stick with you the rest of your life.
And finally, do you prefer blue or gold?
I am a fan of both, but I will say gold because so many other people answer blue.
That's going to do it for this first ever edition of Ask the Principal. Again, I want to thank my special guest, Dr. Fear. It was a pleasure having you on today.
Dominic, thank you so much. You're awesome. Appreciate it.
Again, thank you to Dr. Fear for joining us, and for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Dominic Liacani.